So today's video is going to be a little bit more different than what I'm used to. It does require a lot of planning, so if you're watching this video, that is going to mean that it all went well. So what are we talking about, you ask? Well, we are about to find out. So today we're going to be talking about Instagram, how to make a carousel and how to make your grid look awesome. So if you're wondering what the difference between a carousel and a curated grid is, well, what you're looking at right now is a carousel. The reason why we would use something like a carousel is because with Instagram we have a very short period of time for our videos, which means that unfortunately we do not have all the time in the world we need to tell a story or to keep a topic going. So how do we get that? Quite simple, with more real estate. So all we have to do is swipe, and that's it, mate. Like I mentioned earlier, a carousel is going to help us to tell a story in a more precise way, while a curated grid is going to give our Instagram page a certain look and feel. And the difference between both of them is that any person visiting our profile for the first time is going to have an overview of our work. So of course we need to make sure we are presenting the best of the best. That's why we have to curate the way our Instagram page looks. So if you have an Instagram page just for the fun of it, disregard everything I just said. But if you're using Instagram as a tool to showcase all your portfolio, your work, you do not want to have random photos in there. I'm actually using this video as an excuse to clean up my Instagram because truth be told, I've been neglecting it myself. So yeah, most likely by the time this video is live, you're going to see a couple of changes on my Instagram page. By the way, wink wink, make sure you go and follow me right here. Alright folks, so Instagram works with 1080 times 1080 pixels, which means that for both carousels and grids, you have to multiply 1080 times the height and the length. So for example, if we're going to be creating a 5-photo carousel, our height is going to be 1080, and to find out the length, all we have to do is multiply 1080 times 5, and that is going to give us 5,400. Alright, so now that we've got our measurements, go ahead and open Photoshop. Click on create a new document. Enter our size, which is going to be 5,400 times 1080. Now we're going to create some guidelines. And for that, we're going to go to View, New Guide Layout, and divide it by the amount of photos you will go into edit. So for this particular case, we're going to be using 5 columns and 0 rows. And it is quite important that everything else is deselected. And please double check that the margins options is deactivated. So there you go, that's pretty much the template we're going to be working with. So now that this is ready, you're going to bring your photos and start editing. And this is where you get creative. Alright, so now that you're happy, you're going to go ahead and select the slice tool. And for that, you can click right here, or you can press the letter C on your keyboard and make sure you have the slice tool. Now all we have to do is go up here and click on slices from guides. Now it's time to export our photos. For that, we're going to click Command Option Shift S, or you can just click on File and Save for Web. Click on Save, pick a folder, and that's it. You're going to have something like this. To send them to your phone is quite simple. If you're working with Apple, you can just airdrop everything to your phone. And if not, you can use services such as Dropbox, Google Drive, WeTransfer, you name it. Now let's talk about our grid. Exactly the same principle. The only difference is that instead of having just the one row, we can have as many rows as we want. But we can only have 3 columns. So for this particular example, I'm going to multiply 1080 times 3, and that is going to be my width. And to get the height, we're just going to multiply 1080 times 2. Click on Create. And now we're going to do exactly the same thing we did for the carousel. You have to head up to View, New Guide Layout. So now we're going to have 3 columns, and we're going to select the rows option, and we're going to have 2. So now just click OK. So there you go. So all you have to do right now is just import your photos and start playing around. So yeah, this is pretty much what mine looks like. So again, same situation. Command Option Shift S, and that is going to save for web. Alright, so let's assume that all the photos have been transferred to your phone. It is quite imperative that you upload the last photo first. and just work your way through the first picture. So there you have it. Quite simple, isn't it? and it can make your Instagram page look really cool. If you like this video, do not hesitate to go bananas on that like button over there, subscribe over here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers!
Yo.